I'm a little cold. I might have to put a sweatshirt on. Welcome, everyone, to my channel. If this is your first time here, well, things have changed. If you've been here before, well, you know things have changed because this is obviously deep into the new stuff. So, we are doing a breeding vlog for How to Be a Pirate by How to Train Your Dragon, Cressidia Coel. I said that all wrong. So, this starts off very funnily on the sea while it's being very mad with a Viking ship and Hiccup and Gobber the Belch and all the little boys, Dog Breath, freaking Fish Legs, Not Loud. There's one more. I think it's Clueless that they talk about, because they don't really talk about none of the other boys, but there's supposed to be 11 of them, and the only ones we really get are those. They're sword fighting at sea, which is kind of cool. Hold on. I saw it. I read it. You get a certain page in. It gives you a literal schedule of what they do Monday through Friday. Did you see that? Yeah, that's so bloody fucking cute. So, they have sword fighting at sea, spitting, basic burglary. They have frightening foreigners, dragon training, shutting, advanced rudery, weaponry, bashyball, pointless graffiti, senseless violence, robbery, bad spelling. This is all stupid shit, too. Yeah, like, it's pretty neat how they have that. Pirates, Vikings. They're pirate Vikings. Pirate Vikings. I don't know why they're trying to be pirates while being Vikings, but that's just the way it is. So, something breaks their ship. And you know what it is? It's a coffin. It's a coffin that breaks the ship, and it saved Hiccups and Fish Legs' life. Yay for that. But, it did not bring what I know is bad news. Bad news, okay? So what came out of it is Alvin. Alvin is the poor and honest farmer. Okay? Poor and honest farmer. And he's like, I know where to go to get Grimbeard the Ghastly's treasure. Grimbeard the Ghastly is Hiccup's great grandfather, or something like that. Anyways, he's dead. Been 100 years since he's been dead. And they have to go to the Isle of Scullions, which Hiccup doesn't believe is a very good idea. So they try and practice sniffing, which Toothless is not the best at. And then they go. Okay? So the thing is that the little note that came with the coffin that Alvin showed up in says that only the true heir can find it, you know. So it says, dare you brave the watery grave, the death's head prick of fire and sleep. If you dare, you are my heir. For my heir's beast shall sniff it there, and he shall tell me underground, am I lost or am I found? So, Stoic thinks that means Hiccup's gonna find it. Hiccup hopes he's gonna find it because he doesn't want Snotlight to find it. But Snotlight does find the treasure on the island. And then Hiccup's like, well, why don't we not open the treasure chest while we're on this island where deadly scullions, see, they don't have no eyes, no ears, but they can smell very good, lives. And they're like, no, we gotta open it here, because, you know, the Stormblade might be in there, and I don't want to carry a treasure chest that might have just rocks in it back to the island. I want to be able to carry the real thing. So they open it up. It does have all the treasure in it. It really does. All the treasure is inside of it, okay? But a ghastly smell comes out of the treasure chest, which wakes the scullions, which attack. Now, Alvin had stayed on the ship because he was like, oh, my smell will wake them up or I can't go on board. What it is he just wanted the hooligans to do all the work for them. And, yeah, where I left off, they're trying to escape from the scullions. Hiccup almost got eaten several times. Fish Legs made it back to the boat safely. Toothless is fine. Yeah. So, that's that. Oh, and Toothless found a giant limpet. I don't know what a limpet is, but Toothless found it. He said he swore he smelled something metal. So I'm thinking there might be something inside the limpet that is metal. And it'll be important to finding the real treasure. It's not Booby Trap by Grimbeard the Ghastly. So that's what I'm hoping. Anyways, I'm on 122 pages and I've read for the last 2 days. I forgot to update you guys on it yesterday. But this is not going to be a very long thing because it's short. And a lot of pages have full body art. And some of them have half body art. So you're not reading a full book with it. Even though it's still a full story. It's just not as much. And I'll probably finish it in another 2 days. That's what I have scheduled. Another 2 days of reading this, and then I should be done it. And then I can move on to the next one and a thing. So I will see you in the next clip talking more about this. Do you guys see what I have to deal with right now? There's a cat purring on my book that I was in the middle of reading. While listening to music. Oh my god. Can I? I don't know if you guys can hear that. But can I have this? Thank you. Okay, guys, so I finished this thanks to my cat getting in my way. Not finished it all the way. I've still got one more day of reading to do, but I finished my reading allotment of the day, okay? Because I've got other things I gotta do. I'm sorry. That was a little too out there. I'm sorry. I apologize. Come here, okay? I'm sorry I was violent with you. I'm sorry, okay? I just have a lot of work to do. I've still got to edit videos for my other channel. I've still got to edit 2 videos for this channel, you guys. I don't have a lot of time. I got to go eat too as well. And not freeze, because I'm freezing right now. Okay? So, what I was trying to show you before, I don't know if you guys saw it, but what made me giggle and laugh, and when I was doing the little sword acting things, this was it. These little sword acting things. So, a lot happens. It moves very fast in this. So, Stoic gets on a scallion and rides to safety into the water. Okay? So they get back on the boat and they're rowing back and they're talking about how they're going to distribute the treasure, right? They say Alvin can have 10% of it. And Alvin really, of course, didn't want that. He wanted the whole treasure to himself. So, while Stoic and Baggy Bum, Stoic's brother, argue about who gets to have the treasure, because Baggy Bum believes his son deserves the treasure and that his son won't give away the treasure, and Stoic's like, it's my treasure because I'm the chief of the Hairy Hooligan tribe. And so there's like a tit-for-tat little thing right there going on. Alright, okay. And then there's knives at people's throats because the outcasts have come. And guess what? Alvin the poor and honest farmer is actually not Alvin and the poor and simple farmer. He is, where is it? Where are you? His most mighty murderousness, Alvin the treacherous, great high chieftain of the outcast tribe. He's an outcast, right? So his plan is to take the treasure for himself, of course, because, you know, he's an outcast and he's treasure hungry. And what he's going to do after that is to celebrate what they've done, okay? Excuse me. He's going to sell all of the Hairy Hooligan tribe members off into slavery. Doesn't happen, of course, because of things. As far as I know, it hasn't happened yet. Okay, so Stoic the Vast and Hiccup are not going to be included in there because apparently a very old tradition that they have is that the chieftains of the places they conquer are eaten. You know, cannibalism. So that's what Alvin the Treacherous says is going to happen to these two, and when he's about to kill Hiccup. Okay, he's about to kill Hiccup, and what happens is Toothless finally gets out of his barrel because he was put into a barrel because he didn't want to fly back to the island because he was a little lazy piece of shit. Good thing he was a lazy piece of shit, okay? So that happened. So then there's chaos and fighting and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, they're fighting, chaos is happening. You find out Fishleg is a berserk. He goes berserk when he's fighting, and he's just like, "Arr!" He killed 3 people. Okay? So, he's doing an excellent job of being a berserk, and then somehow The Lucky 13, which is the ship they were on, catches on fire. And the last 3 that were on it, besides Toothless, is Hiccup, Alvin, and Fishlegs. The boat overturns, knocks everybody out. The boat starts sinking. So Hiccup's drowning. Fishleg grabs him and pulls him up underneath the boat where there's a pocket of air. Hiccup spots Alvin, rescues him. Toothless comes along. So it's just the 4 of them. The bottom of the ocean. So Hiccup's like, Toothless, go see if you can't see how far it is with the surface to see if we can't swim up there. So Hiccup's gone for Toothless has gone for 10 minutes. And he says, nope. But there's a cave. So he leads them into the cave. So they make it to the cave. Yay. And then they look for a way out of the cave. Don't find one. But then Toothless finds a door. Yay, a door. But the door says, do not open it. For Grimbeard the Ghastly says not to. It's his personal private place. Okay? And by that, I mean on the door itself. Let's see if I can't find that photo. Do not open this door. Unless you are the true heir to Grimbeard the Ghastly. I really mean it this time. Death and destruction and other truly awful things will follow if you open this door. This is a pirate's private, personal property. So, yeah, there is that. Okay. And Alvin makes Hiccup open up the door. Because, I'm going to kill you if you don't. So they go inside and it's filled with vast amounts of treasure. And then Alvin starts turning on Hiccup to kill him. Okay? So Hiccup's like, give me a sword, help me out. Toothless, and Toothless go gets him a little dagger. And he catches it with the left hand. Now why is this significant? It's because his right shoulder, so it's dislocated, so he can't use it. So he grabs it with his left hand. And he starts blocking things wildly, perfectly, wonderfully. And Hiccup is left-handed. Hiccup, I'm left-handed too. Way to go, bros. So they're fighting, and even though Hiccup's losing, Hiccup's still doing better than not being dead immediately. Okay. So Alvin's about to do the final blow. Slice Hiccup in half. When Hiccup leaps out of the way, Alvin's sword catches. Alvin loses his balance because he's caught off guard, and he slips backwards, and something unexpectedly reared up beneath Alvin as if it were alive, and that's where I'm ending it. Do I know what's going to happen next? Am I excited to continue reading? If I finish everything I have scheduled to do today, I will probably come back and read the rest of it, because there's only 42 pages left. So if you count skipping over the pictures, it's on May. Just go ahead and finish it tonight. But we'll see. Also, if you think this shirt is familiar, you think you've seen it before, if you can even see the design, I have a work shirt that I wear Monday through Friday. And I take it off and I put on other shirts to record these videos when I have to record them during the weekdays. Because I don't want to dox myself. And if you guys figure out where I work, okay? Okay. So, I will go see you guys in the next clip. The end of this story. Okay? the ending of this was, I loved it. It's pretty good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Wow, I'm so much brighter now. Okay, we need to do this because I like holding the book over here. Okay. So, where we left off? Where? I don't remember. Okay, so Alvin is being picked up by something, right? Okay, and it got a monster strangulator, which was left there in the cave to grow and to strangle anything that came in. Okay, so it grabbed Alvin the Treacherous and ate him. And because the monster strangulator had no control over its limbs, it found Hiccup by accident, picked him up, and was going to go eat him, but, Hiccup spoke to him, and he was like, oh. So he was trying to get him to, he was tricking him to inject himself. So what it was is that he had lost connection and feeling to the end of his little tentacle thing that was wrapped around Hiccup, and Hiccup put it underneath his shirt, and teased the monster strangulator to poison him through a weird poison vial thingamabob. Not exactly sure, but that's your drawing of it, okay? And he asked, well, what's it supposed to do? Well, your tentacles start to stiffen. Them, okay. Poison turns the victim's green before they die, And then as the poison reaches the head, the nervous system simply explodes. So, he's like, yeah, you look a little pink yourself. Maybe you should lie down, Hiccup says. Because, it's not working for him. And, yeah, the strangulator explodes all over the place. And then as they're leaving the cavern, they find a note on the back of the door from Grimbeard. And it says, "Dear Air," said the letter, "I have had a glorious Viking life, but now that I am an old man, I find I am not so happy with my 50 years of rollicking and robbery, fighting in fresh air. I wonder if I might have run things differently. This treasure, for instance. The sagas will tell you that the stealing of it was my most magnificent moment. But since then, it has been tearing my once happy band of burglars apart with greed and lust for power. We are just not ready to look after this treasure, so I've decided to get rid of it. I know there will be men who will hear of the legend of the treasure and come looking for it, and for them I have buried a small chest on the Isle of Scullion as a decoy, so that they will think that the hunt ends there. I have hidden the real treasure, deep, deep in this underground cavern. It has taken many, many months for my dragons to swim down here with it. It is guarded by water one way, and the Caliban caves the other. I have placed an infant strangulator in the cavern, who shall grow in time be a terrible guardian indeed. I dream of a time in the future when men will be able to own such beautiful and dangerous things and use them wisely. I dream of an heir who shall be a dragon whisperer, a sword fighter, a man who walks with monsters, and who will harness the power of Thor's thunders excel. This heir will come, and he will find my treasure. I give it to him freely, all of it, and he shall know what to do with it. I wish you good luck and a nice strong wind." And apparently, dragons exhale pure oxygen, so they could have swam up this whole fucking time and never found the treasure. But that wouldn't make the plot, because then Alvin would still be alive. He might be dead. Not sure. But yeah, Hiccup writes on the back of it that they're not ready for it, and leaves it there. And I'm like, don't tell anyone, okay? So, at the end, it lets you know that this is Grimoires. Hiccup's writing Grimoires. Because I am writing my memoirs, I find I have to write it down, as it is such an important part of my journey to becoming a hero. Even though I know I will never be able to show it to anyone of my own time, as soon as I have finished writing these papers, I shall lock them in a box. I shall throw that box into the sea, and then I shall throw it, hoping that, like Grimbeard, the Ghastly, that someday it may be found by someone who will be a better leader than I have been. kind of sad that he thinks he's not a good leader. You know? That's just terrible. You know? So, my favorite character, Hiccup, of course, obviously. He's a smart brain person. He's like, don't open his coffin. Don't open his treasure chest. Don't open that door. Listen to him once in a while, okay? Shit doesn't go bad when you listen to him. My most disliked character, Baggy Bum. Because he wants his son to be the leader. And that is a terrible thing to do. Your son's not in line to be heir. Stop trying to make him heir, okay? Okay. Was it all memorable? Alvin the Treacherous was spotted by Toothless as being vile and evil before Toothless had ever seen him. Knew it. So, my favorite passage from the story is, and that was how Toothless found and lost a marvelous treasure all in the space of an afternoon. Now Hiccup finally got himself a sword and learned how to use it, and how Fisher discovered that you don't always have to be a hero to get a hero's welcome. When they return back to the village, because they come back alive, and they're like, oh, you're back, we're so happy, and they're welcome back happily. My favorite quote, shut the box, yelled Hiccup, purple in the face from fury at their stupidity. And it is stupidity. They have such stupidity. What I thought about the end of the book. Alvin got eaten and he deserved it. I hope he is done. Even though the page afterwards says such a terrible, ominous thing. Surely that would be the last Hiccup would see of that wicked villain, Alvin the Treacherous. His grim hook sank to the bottom of the ocean with the wreck of the Lucky 13. He himself was last seen struggling in the throat of a monster strangler in an inaccessible cavern deep, deep underground. Nobody could get out of that situation alive. Or could they? Damn it, he's still alive. Alvin might be alive. I wish he isn't. Wish he wasn't. I wish he's dead. Hiccup survived. What book did it remind me of? Truthfully, reminds me a little bit of the Darren Shan series. Boy against the world, learning how to be something. Hiccup's learning how to be a pirate, a dragon wielder, and Darren Shan from the Fruit to Freak series is learning how to be a vampire. This book is as part of a series called How to Train Your Dragon. There are 12 books in this, 13 if you count the compendium. Okay, I rated this a 4 because, well, I don't know. I mean, it was not as good as the first one because the first one's in like an introductionary thing, but I do like the whole little drawings did the best. The story was The way they did Alvin the Treacherous in the anime was better, I guess, because he wasn't a poor and simple farmer, he wasn't just there. They introduced him exactly what he was and as distrusting. And in this one, trying to trick, and it does trick. And then Stoic is just Stoic is so hard-headed and irritating. Like, why do you do that to your own son, man? You're being evil to your own son. Anyways, if you think I deserve a like, comment, or your lovely subscription, why don't you go ahead and drop it down below? I will see you next illusion.